Got a little bit of a complication going on. So the first thing you need to do... Now he's got it. I can see the comments already. Because that's what this bearing's being right now. No, stop. Slip, so it's going straight through me Supra. Yeah. Welcome back to another episode of Pokers Mechanical. We've got the Hiace in today. This is Michael's Hiace. It's in after hours tonight actually, and we've got a little bit of a complication going on. We're doing some wheel bearings. And these are quite common for wheel bearings in these sort of vehicles, and they're getting to the age where people are probably going to start working on them at home themselves. My advice, don't do wheel bearings yourself because they're quite tricky. But I'm going to take you through how we're doing it, and we've happened to come up with some pretty creative ways with the press of what we need to do to this. Alright, so the first thing you need to do when you're getting into the wheel bearings is you have to get your wheels off. To do that, you have to make sure your car's jacked up. When you're fucking finished. Make sure your car's jacked up on level ground. And it's safe for you to get under the car so you're not going to injure yourself. The last thing I'd want is for someone that's watching these videos to fucking get injured. You're right there? Right, now what we've got to do, get in here, get the brake caliper off. Hurry up and get the wheel off. God, you're making all that noise and you haven't done anything. Right, we'll get the caliper off, and then there's a couple of bolts at the back, and we'll take you through exactly what needs to happen to get this out, because it's not an easy task. Michael's just getting the caliper off.
Oh, done myself a mischief.
That's too long, mate. I've never had that drama before. I must just grab the right tool for the right job. That was on. Cable tie these up so you're not hanging your caliper off your brake hose, because the last thing you'd want to do is damage that. Okay, so now Michael's getting in. Can I get in there to see what you're undoing? Getting in to undo the 4 bolts that hold the bearing at the back. So this is holding the hub. There you go. Right, once you've got them out of the way, all the bolts on the back, make sure you get your ABS sensor out of the way. You don't want to damage that pulling out the bearing. That's just a 10mm bolt. That just pulls out of the way like that. And what we've got here is just a slide hammer, just a cheap one from Super Cheap. And we'll put that in now. Michael knows how it goes in. We've already done the other side to get it apart. So we're just putting in that piece at the back and then threading this through. You're right, just hold on to the handle, I'll spin it. And then thread this through into the piece that's at the back, the head of it. And Michael's just going to pretend it's a good night at home with OnlyFans and get it out. So a lot of hard work to get this out. I'm actually just going to record the whole lot just to see how he goes and how long this is going to take. Just to give you an idea of how painful our job can be sometimes. Now he's got it. Now he's got the rhythm. Come on, Mick. Want this wheel bearing out today or not? Alright, swap with me. You're obviously getting exhausted. I can see the comments already.
Yeah.
That hasn't even got the backing plate loose yet.
No.
But, yeah, this one's a really buggered side too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We allowed to say bugger on YouTube, you know?
I hope so. If not, we're a bit stuffed.
No, you can't say.
Yeah.
Because that's what this bearing's being right now.
Yeah.
You know what we need on this?
What?
Stephen.
Yeah.
Pro at it.
Absolutely.
All those big muscles he's got.
Yeah.
That tool that we've seen today, that air tool for getting...
Yeah, that would have been spot on.
You buy one, I'll use it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Has that even moved at all?
it hasn't moved an inch or a millimetre at all.
Oh no.
Look, I vote. It's your car. You do
Yeah,
it.
it's cooked.
It's your car. You get it out, mate. I'm going to go to the beer fridge. I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Far out. Do you need a bigger hammer?
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to invest in a bigger slide hammer.
Yeah, I reckon.
That's not going anywhere, is it?
It's not.
It is designed for just pulling spigot bearings out, not wheel bearings. All right. So we're on to day 2. It's this next morning. Michael's actually got this bigger slide hammer here from home to get it out. So yeah, if you're going to do this at home yourself, you're going to need some serious bits of gear. Say that.
They're only $100 a piece. There we go.
I got it.
Cool.
That's just years of corrosion that's held that in, and years of dirt.
Well, you can see just the...
Yeah.
Coming up and put this down. Alright, so the drama that we're having here is we've got the hub out, obviously, but the problem is this doesn't fit through the width of the press. We need to obviously get a bigger press, a different press to what we actually need for automotive stuff. But I'm modifying some bits of steel to try and sit as a brace under here. And hopefully it's going to work and hold enough pressure to be able to push this out of the bearing. We'll see how we go. So what we've got is the Unimig Razor Weld. I'm going to do a review on this welder soon. I've just got it. It's fantastic. I'm having a great time using it. But I just want to really get my head around how it works before I do that review. But what we've got, these bits of steel here, you're probably going to be sitting at home going, you are kidding, you're not going to do that, Pokey. No, I am actually. Right. So that bit of steel, that's probably not going to work, Michael. It's too high. Too high. We're going to have to cut that down. We'll have to trim some off this. And then I'm going to weld that into there and use that as a brace to stop that piece of steel bending. So the idea is once it's welded on, that piece of steel, when we're pressing down on there, that piece of steel gets pushed in the middle here and it bends really badly down in there. So we're going to strengthen that, but first of all, Mike's going to have to cut a bit off this, unfortunately. Now, I don't know if what I'm going to do here is going to actually work. All I can do is have a go and try. I've never tried this before. I've seen other people do similar things. But yeah, it may fail and this may not get done tonight. Fingers crossed he can drive his van home. Hopefully that is strong enough to hold the press for pressing this bearing out. And look at the welds. Like, I'm only just starting to get used to this Unimig Razor Weld. And that's putting out really, really good quality welds, I think. Like, I'm not a welder by any means, but that's up there with some of the best work I've ever done. All right, so here's our fabulous pieces of scrap steel added onto the top of the press for us to be able to press that hub out of this bearing, and that's got to come out through the bottom. So let's see if it's going to hold enough strength. I'm fairly certain that's going to be strong enough, but we'll try. All we can do is try. Last time, straight away, these things just started bending and had no strength at all. At the moment, these outer leg bits are starting to flatten out. Nah. The inner one of that, look at the curvature in there happening. Oh, I don't know if this is going to work. Keep going, see if we can get it to crack. No, stop. If that slips, that's going straight through me Supra.
Yeah.
That's not going to be good. All right, let the pressure off. Oh, there's some pressure there too. What's your idea? That was my idea. Have you got something better?
Nope.
That's a fail. We're going to have to take it over to the other workshop that we've got another workshop. Like, we don't own the workshop. We have a friend's workshop that we utilise that he does these sort of jobs for us because we haven't lashed out to buy $6,000 press checks. That's what's required for automotive stuff. Right. All right. Looks like you're driving Wuhan home, mate.
Woo. Yeah, boy.
Wuhan.
Love it. Woo.
All right, so we had to actually get this pressed out at the mate's shop, as we said. We didn't have the ability of doing that, so now it's just a matter of reassembling and putting it all back in and putting it all back where you got it from, pretty much. Just so you know that there is an actual nut with these holes. That's a lock tab. That undoes, and then you can take the actual ring off that is the reader for the ABS. All right, chuck her in, Mick. Good work.
First, don't forget that.
Yes, definitely don't forget that, and make sure you put the opening to the back where the caliper goes. Do you want me to hold that while you... Look at the concentration on his face. It's amazing. All right, we're at 4 minutes of getting a bolt in. Come on. Is it starting? Is it going to start? That doesn't look like it started.
No, not quite. Did you think, Smith? I smashed out the other side. Bloody hell.
I'm not turning the camera off because obviously it's just putting you off and making it worse. Is it being a SLUT? Is it in? Is it in yet? Yeah. It's in now. Yeah. Oh, do you get that same face when you have that answer? In other situations?
Usually, yeah. Ooh, look at that. Straight in.
Straight in. Didn't even have to spit on it.
No, nothing.
Sick.
It's all the pre-work I did.
All right, well, I have to use this battery pack because my phone's been flat today. While he's buggering around over here with his, his lolly delivery van, the next step that he's going to go through is just putting the brake caliper on and then just bolt the wheel on, and make sure when you put the wheel on that you are torquing your wheel nuts up to the correct specification for your vehicle. With one of these, would be around the 130 Newton metre mark. All right, we'll go to putting the caliper on once he's got these bolts in. Make sure you fit your ABS sensor too. All right, time for the caliper, mate. You just yank it off. What?
I can't do it.
It's just a little cable tie, buddy.
No, I can't.
He's doing really well not sticking his tongue out doing this. Concentrating. Can't do it.
This was a bitch to get off too.
It was.
I probably should have...
Just to save video time and potentially losing viewers while you're doing this, I'll just press pause. He done it! He finally got it on!
It was easy, it was fun, it was, yeah.
You weren't making it look easy. What do you got there? What's What brand tool do we have to tag in this one? Ooh.
SP.
Glad your finger wasn't there.
No, that's alright.
The power of the SP nearly broke your hand off.
That's a bit wild, yeah.
Whoa! That was a bit wild. That nearly knocked you out. That would have been great. Just trunk on the floor.
Right. Now make sure you tighten them up.
Yes, that was just winding him in. Michael doesn't use his battery ratchet for talking.
No.
And I advise not to do that because I don't do that with my Milwaukee one at all. Definitely not. Cool.
It's pretty tight.
It was indeed. Sick. All right, so the next step is obviously just put your wheel on and yeah, lower it down and make sure you get your safety jacks out from under your car. I think that will do for today's video.
No.
So just keep in mind, guys, not every workshop is equipped to do certain jobs. So if you're doing things at home, there's a fair chance that you won't have the gear to be able to replace the bearing in this hub, but you can get it out of the vehicle to take it to a shop that can. So yeah, just be mindful of what your abilities are before attempting any of this sort of work at all yourself. Because you can run into dramas and trouble with being caught out. So if you're doing this at home on a weekend and hoping to be able to do this, fair chance the workshop that you need is going to be shut on the weekend and you won't be able to actually perform the task and finish it off. So just keep that in mind, because the last thing you want to do is hold up your boss's hoist for a whole day in a busy day. Isn't it, Michael?
No, you're talking about.
Cheers for watching, guys. Catch you on the next video.